Hello everybody. We're gonna go through a subwoofer installation here today for my car, or the Land Cruiser. Worked on a suspension in the other video, and now it's time for this guy here to be installed. The factory subwoofer is shot just 6-inch, 6.5. I don't know how big it is. It just resides right here in the quarter panel behind the plastic cover somewhere over there. Get a lot of reflection. Anyway, so I decided to go with this setup. It's an 8-inch sub by Pioneer. You can see the model right there. It's a dual voice setup. I think 150 watts maximum, nominal power, whatever, maximum 600, but you'll never achieve that. I went with this little guy right here. It actually puts out 175 watts when it's bridged in 4 ohm configuration here. Let's see if we can get some specs on it. Maybe not. Anyway, well, 165 times 2, well, whatever. That's not it, but it's 175, I believe, into 4 ohms when it's bridged. It says it's bridgeable, but anyway. And the Pioneer box, okay. So I'm going to have to bridge one of the terminals here, because you got 2 ohms, and then when you bridge the positive to the negative of the other one, you essentially, of course, you just I guess link it to the amplifier there. You'll obtain 4 ohms in here. So that's just about right. Everybody says that you should actually put just a little bit more power than what the nominal power is for the speaker. Theories are somewhere between 20 and 50% more. But anyway, so this one at 175 versus 150 comes out just right. I guess this will never really be the case. 500 and 600 right here. Those are the spikes anyway. Not worried about that stuff. But anyway, 4 ohms, 4 ohms. Okay, roughly about the same power there. It came with pretty good reviews. I got it from Crutchfield and these guys from eBay somewhere. Anyway, the instructions call for a I guess to mount the amplifier on a piece of wood or something, and in doing so I accomplished something else. The screws here, they protrude just a little bit, and they provide better traction, I guess, on the carpet, on the floor of the car, so this thing won't move around at all. Initially I wanted to use Velcro, but I'm not going to do that. And this will go under the driver's seat, right in there. I got some wires here I'm working with from the head unit. Got the remote, the blue one, and then I'm going to pull some wires from the engine bay for the positive, for power, to power it up. Got a kit right here. Got it from eBay. It's got just about everything you need to install it. So I'll just shoot some more footage here. I'm not going to need that. And I got one of these anyway. Got a fuse, 30 amp fuse there. I think it is. I gotta check. And not going to use that either. That's about it, and I'll walk you through it. Okay, so the amplifier power wire is just going to run right here through the firewall. There's, well, we need some more light. Got a few other wires running there too, and then I'm probably going to just route it in this way, come over somewhere over here, and just jump over across like that, under the driver's seat. The negative wire, ground wire. Okay, so that's the handbrake, emergency brake. I'm just gonna, I took that little bolt out. I'm gonna just do it right over there. Got this little guy right here. So that's about it. Those are other things here for the seat warmers. Nothing to worry about it. Yeah, by far, this was the hardest thing to do. Just fit the power cable through the grommet over there. I used a piece of wire, hard wire, to kind of fish it through there. Came out nice. Took this footrest off. Got the wire behind this thing right here, and look, it just comes out this way, going under the seat to the amplifier. So now I got just about all the wires here that I need to make the amp work. I'm just going to add the speaker wire, the one that's going to go to the back, and eventually I'll mount it right over there. But we'll get to that a little later. Alright, so we made a little more progress. I'm not cutting this yet. I just don't want it to be too short until I finalize the installation over there. So this will actually, connecting it to the plus here, would be the last thing I will do. Made a little more progress inside though. Let's see, connected the wires here. Okay, plus, minus, and remote the signal from the head unit. That little guy over there. And I will need to address this issue, bridging the amp here, the output for the subwoofer. And I'll have to do the connections on the subwoofer side. Stay tuned. Alright, so now I'm installing the speaker. I'll have to just screw these guys in. I'm going to drill the holes first, and then tighten it up. Wire it on the inside for 4 ohm. This thing is going to be the speaker wire. Attach it here, attach it to the amp. Use the fuse on the other end of the battery end for the power cable, and that's about it. This is going to be mounted close to the battery. It's supposed to be like that, as close as possible. People say no more than 18 inches from the battery. So I'll try to stay within that limit. So a little update here. Got this thing in. The wire's still loose here. I need to take this panel out. There's the old OEM Toyota subwoofer in there with a bracket and I believe an amp. I need to take that thing out. It's got a few bolts, whatever, and I'll see if I can fit this thing in. I may end up needing to trim this portion right here, the little 4 feet here, whatever it's got. They come up just a little too much. I did use some foam over there, to seal it better. This is the plastic little thing here. I'll try to do a bit of a better job. Okay, now the wire right through here. Okay, and you can see it kind of cross over right there. Not much to see there. Anyway, all wired up. Need to push that thing in and make the connection with the battery. Okay, it's all done. Got that thing over there. Comes around here. I tried it on. I mean, you have to look for the wires to see them. They're not that well hidden. I didn't poke a hole into the carpet and just move it underneath there. Well, there's a hole right there. I mean, could have done that. I'm okay with it right now. It's not too bad. I'll put the carpet back in, and the liners. Nothing's gonna show. Right now, I'm keeping it right there for the time being. It does sound nice. It's an 8-inch subwoofer, so don't expect anything, you know, rattling. Well, the windows do kind of rattle a little bit if you crank it up, but it's not what I was looking for. I didn't look for two, you know, 12-inch subs or anything like that. That sort of deal. Not for me. But anyway, it does sound. It brings up the nice, the sound of the music really nicely. It just complements what was, of course, missing from the original factory 3.5 or 4-inch speakers here in the back, and I got some aftermarket 6.5. Yeah, some Kenwoods. They do sound nice. I like them. The problem with this car is that there's no room in the back here. These speakers have to be really shallow in order for the window to be able to go down. The factory were shot. They sounded just awful. I think there are some Pioneers that fit in here, maybe some Polk that may fit here too. But no issue with these guys. They're pretty shallow, decent sound, you know, decent sound and price, of course. All right, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we'll come up with a new project in the future. Maybe I'll shoot another video on how I fit the subwoofer box over there where it's supposed to be. All right, see you later. Decided to mess with this thing right now. I didn't want to wait till the weekend. I was kind of on a roll here. Yeah, so this is the puny little subwoofer. Actually less than 6, 5.5 inches. Yeah. So some people get a bracket here, install the same subwoofer I got. Although it's free air, some people think that it can just hang freely like that in the air, which free air is not what it's all about. But anyway, it's got a few bolts here. 1, 2, 3, and some wires. I guess that would be the amplifier. Doesn't matter, everything is coming off. And I really hope I can fit my box in here, although the space looks a little small. The subwoofer itself is not really that big, so we'll see. Maybe I can, maybe I get lucky and fit it in there. If not, like I said, I may have to cut those little feet and make it fit somehow. So we'll get on with it. Out easy. 3 10mm bolts, 2 plugs, one here, those two. That's it. Probably just tuck them away over there. Looks like I'm too lucky here. It just protrudes a little bit. Let's see, this way, right here, maybe like half an inch. Probably sticks out like half an inch or so. I have an idea. I'm gonna use a 2x4, a piece of 2x4 anyway, right underneath, kind of support it a little bit. Try to put the I guess the cover back on and see if it fits. When I support it, well, see, it kind of makes a bit of a difference there. So we'll see. We'll try to play with it for a while. See what we can do before I start cutting it. Trying to solve one problem, you get to a different one. Now this cubby here kind of interferes with it this way, but I managed to kind of push it in this way. I'm going to try to, it looks like it's going to fit. Maybe needs a little persuasion. Maybe I'm going to break some stuff up. We'll see in the end. And it looks like I might just get away with cutting off those top. So I turn it standing up this way, right? So the two right here are kind of getting in the way. They're hitting the panel, the plastic panel. The bottom one's not so much, but right here is where the problem is. So let's get to work. I think I'm gonna get off easy here. I only sawed off one of them, and I think it will fit. I'm just gonna push it in a little bit, and I think it will make it. The gap is not gonna be that bad. Hey, it will do. Put it in. There's a little bit of a gap here. Barely noticeable. Who cares? Yeah, I ended up cutting both feet over there, both corners. Done. Thank you for watching, guys. Fun project, done in an afternoon. Took a little over 3 hours. See you.